Okay, I just gotta fill out this rental application and then I'm done. Okay. Favorite breakfast food. G'day. So I did notice that one of you's come up this morning and you put a for sale sign out the front of my house, and I'm just, is it getting sold? Is that what's going on here?
Any questions about the property at all that I can answer for you?
Hey everybody, today I'm going to be talking about some rental changes that are coming up in, I believe, in early 2021. They were supposed to come into effect in July this year, but due to COVID, like a lot of things, they got pushed back. So basically I'm going to talk to you about what changes are coming into place and which ones are already in place. And honestly, I cannot believe that so many of these aren't already a thing. Like, how? You'll see what I mean.
Well, look, I checked my bank and I'm supposed to be paying $200 rent, but I think I was charged a bit more than that, about $202.
Yeah, so that'll just be a processing fee. Yep.
But I didn't know about this. Could maybe next time, can I use card or something without a processing fee?
Well, no. That's just what we use, okay? Yeah, so that's going to change. Basically, you'll be able to have a fee-free method. They'll have to provide one. It needs to reasonably be there. And also they will have to tell you about the fees or anything on the payments that occur before actually charging that account or charging with that method. So they have to provide you options, and they can't charge you without telling you they're going to charge you, which, again, can't really believe that it's not there already, but good to see it's happening. So
oh, yes, so you see my husband needs a wheelchair ramp installed, and I won't be able to rent the property unless it gets installed because he won't be able to get upstairs, and I cannot do that. Cannot lift him, not at my age.
look, Agnes, we called the landlord, and to be real, he's not very happy about that change, and it's not feasible. It's just not something that we can do.
Oh no, I see where the bother is. No, we can pay for it. Don't you worry, we've got some money in the bank. We'll take care of it. We just need that tick of approval.
Look, it's just not possible, okay? So I suppose you'll have to find somewhere with a wheelchair ramp then. Somewhere. So this is probably the biggest one that I can't believe isn't already a thing, but basically real estate and landlords won't be able to unlawfully discriminate against people applying for places that might have a disability. They might need some modifications, reasonable modifications made on the place. Of course, that doesn't mean that they're going to have to pay for them, but yeah, they can't deny you from living somewhere just because you need to make some modifications to the property because of your impairment or your disability. So yay!
G'day. So I did notice that one of you's come up this morning and you put a for sale sign out the front of my house, and I'm just, is it getting sold? Is that what's going on here?
Oh, yep, let me just look it up. Yes, it would appear that your property has been put up for sale, and this will mean you have 28 days to vacate the premises. And this was arranged, a month before you actually signed the rental agreement. Alright, so 28 days. Guess I'll grab one of your brochures then, I suppose. And so another thing that I can't believe isn't already one of the rental laws is that your landlord or real estate will actually have to disclose to you before you sign the rental agreement if your house is getting sold or repossessed. How is that not already a thing? Anyway, it's happening. Yay. Ah, okay, I just gotta fill out this rental application and then I'm done. Done. Okay, name. Yep. Address. Okay. Favorite breakfast food. I don't know why you need to know that, but cereal? Okay. Rental history. Alrighty, that makes sense. I'll put that down. And what was their name? Jack, that's right. Okay. And am I single or married? What? I'm not moving in with anyone, so why do you need to know if I'm single or married? Single? Again, no idea why this isn't already a thing, but one of the major changes coming in is that they won't be able to ask you irrelevant questions on your application, or they might even ask you your marital status, or they might even ask you, you know, what sex you were assigned at birth, or like what your gender is, and those things shouldn't really be super relevant to renting unless there's like a very specific reason that they actually lawfully need that. So anyway, I'm very glad that this one is coming into effect. Any questions about the property at all that I can answer for you? Yes, no, we're not going to be subletting. Never in a million years would we ever sublet. Got this place all to yourself, Jimmy. Oh, mate, that's a relief, because after the last place, they just went and sold it on me, and it's great to hear. You know, I'm looking forward to the space, to, you know, this honest friendship that we have right here. Nothing better than coming home to a nice quiet place and just kicking back, you know, just me and the cat. Just me and the cat. Who's here? Bloody hell. I'm actually just here with, I got some bad news, I'm afraid. We are going to need to get you a co-tenant to be on the lease with you in this house. You can just sign here, or we might have to find another more suitable tenant for the place. So this is another one that I'm obviously very surprised isn't already a thing, but your real estate or landlord can't make false, misleading or deceptive conduct in order to get you to sign something, whether it's, you know, they actually say something as intense as that example, or whether it's that they just, like, you know, try to make something look better than it is and then you come in and it falls apart sort of thing. They can't do that sort of conduct at all. So yay. G'day, so I'm just heading into the real estate. Got a wonderful place lined up. I'm really excited. It looks amazing. You know, I'm gonna pay $180 a week. What a bargain. So keen. Alright, here I go. I've just been told, unfortunately, that somebody else has signed an agreement already. Look, I know that we called you and said you were first in line, but Karen over there can pay $220, so, you know, the economy's in bad shape and we've got to think of our own. Sorry, Jimmy. So again, very keen for this one to come into effect. Basically, real estates and landlords, or whoever you're arranging through, won't be able to do renting bids where they basically treat it like an auction, where people can like say, I want to pay more than the price, and then they get it over you. They have to advertise at a fixed price. They can only advertise at that price, and then basically if you were like the next one in line to sign the lease and they told you that it was yours, they can't then go renege that because somebody offers them a higher bid. So yay.
G'day, just here for my weekly rent payment. Yes, that's the one, just up the road, yes.
I think, sorry Agnes, but I'm gonna have to give you your 14 days notice to vacate.
I've been paying my rent, if that's the problem.
Yes, your rent is swish swash, wonderful. The issue seems to be that the rental agreement wasn't signed.
I definitely signed. I do remember. I've got a copy at home. Yes, I made it with the photocopy machine. Well, I'll just sneak home and grab it.
So the person who didn't sign the rental agreement was actually us. So I mean, what's she gonna do? It's not binding, wasn't signed. So I can give you some brochures for a new place if you'd like. So this one is that if your rental agreement hasn't been signed either by the real estate or the landlord, but they've been accepting payment and you've had the bond paid and everything like that, then it's still a legally enforceable document. So yeah, so that's a really cool law that's coming into place. So one that might not be as exciting for renters is that the maximum amount of bond and rent in advance is actually going to increase. That's maybe like the less positive one, but yeah, the rest seem to be pretty positive for renters. So all of these laws are going to be coming into place, I believe, early in 2021. And two that have already come into place that you don't need to worry about now is that you will have protections to have a pet in a rental. And that's already come into place as of last year. And that basically means that if you have a pet, you can apply, do a pet application form. There's a specific one that you can find online. But contact your real estate because they'll have the relevant template and send it out. And that way, you're getting the right one, you're doing the right process. Yeah, so you fill that out and basically they can't say no unless they have a really good reason. Like, for example, you were like, I'm going to keep spiders and I'm going to let them everywhere. That would be one of the reasons. Or you have no yard and you want to keep a kelpie. They're probably going to be like, no. But yeah, so that's a really exciting one that's come into place, which means that they're not legally allowed to discriminate. Once you fill in that pet rental application, they have 14 days to get back to you, and within that time, if they want to take it to VCAT and dispute it, they can do that, but they need a really good reason to say no to you, which is, yay, you can have your pets. Obviously, the same things apply if your pet breaks things or whatever. You still got to pay for that damage or make it go back to how it was before you moved in. So that doesn't change. But the fact is they can't just say, you have a pet, you can't live here, which is lovely for people who need that companionship and who need, who need a pet in their lives. I love my kitty. And the other one, which has already come into effect, is that you are allowed to have reasonable fittings and fixtures in your property. You're allowed to actually make those minor modifications. So they can't be anything like major, like you're like, I need to put shelves in, unless you do like a specific application, or it's like an accessibility thing like we mentioned earlier, that you need done. But for minor modifications, things like if you want to put up some hooks so that you can hang curtains, or if you want to put up some photos on the wall and you want to put, the little frame nail hook things into your wall, that's something that you can do. Again, you just got to leave the place the same way that you found it if you make those modifications. For anything more serious, like you have to actually like drill a hole out of a door or anything like that, make sure that you talk to your real estate agent and you'll have to do a proper application with your landlord for those. But otherwise, if they're reasonable and they're minor, good to go.